Now, I don't do that many scope reviews, maybe a couple each year. There's usually a very good reason, or maybe it's because I need to have a very good reason to actually do one. And this one is a very good reason for doing a scope review. Hello and welcome to AAR on Air. This week is most definitely a scope review, and a scope review worth doing because I think it's awesome. And I've already bought 2 of these. Watch on. This is the latest Taurus scope from Vector Optics, but with some very important features that set it aside from most of its competitors, not least of which is the price. And that is something that even I questioned, and on more than one occasion. Let's break the mould a little, shall we? Because I feel the price is something to get out there straight away. Now, I thought this would be around the £400 plus mark, considering all the features. But this is a remarkable £264 UK. Well, it is, unless you use the AAR code, in which case it's going to be less than £220. Okay, so what do you get for your hard-earned coin of the realm? Well, to start with, you get a 34mm tube. Yes, you heard right, a 34mm tube, not a 30mm or even 1 inch, a full widescreen 34mm, and the optics inside are made for a 34mm tube, not some smaller glass just in a bigger body or bigger tube to look like Johnny Big spherical objects. Oh, and this scope comes with the 34mm high quality mounts as well. The one I have here is the 4:16 magnification version, and it is really short and compact at around 317mm. I think it suits a shorter rifle or bullpup, and if you're out pest controlling, then this is more than enough magnification for the job in hand. Not only that, but whilst we're talking about pest control use, this comes with the illuminated reticle functionality too. Now, this has 6 levels of intensity and is focused heavily on simply lighting up the centre cross with a sympathetic hint of light to the rest of the reticle, ensuring you don't suffer from high glare, as is often the case on some cheaper optics. Now, right out back you have a huge eyepiece for that ultra large edge-to-edge image quality with eye relief of around 95mm, and naturally there is ocular adjustment for any prescription lenses you may be wearing. So your reticle is always going to be as sharp as it can be. Next along is the zoom ring, which is as smooth as smooth. Nothing sloppy, not stiff either. But it comes with a pronounced cam to aid a smooth transition. This is naturally a side focus and shows a focus range down to as low as 15 yards. Now, in practice, this will go down to more like 10 without any issues. Any less, well, you may as well be clubbing the thing to death at the end of your rifle. On the outer edge of this focus ring is that illumination control for that super etched reticle that's inside. On top is the elevation adjuster, which is a zero stop turret, allowing you to set your minimum zero and always be able to go straight back to that point in a single twist. The tool to help you adjust this is also included in the box, and it's a hard plastic construction to help protect the finish on your scope, rather than using some coins you may have lying around in your pocket or a screwdriver that's in the back of the pickup. And with either of those, you run the risk of scratching the beautiful finish on your new toy. Recently, I did a video on how to change a zero stop scope, and if you want to take a look at that, you'll see just how simple it is. The windage adjustment is naturally on the right hand side, and it feels absolutely superb, clean, defined, and oozes quality. And it's things like this, as well as that 34mm tube I keep going on about, that had me questioning the price on this. Now, I also completed the square test on it, and it returned straight back to the starting point with absolutely no issues at all. The objective lens on this one is 44mm, which seems small when you look at the scope as a whole, because that rear lens and the sheer size of the tube do seem to dwarf that front end somewhat. But this scope is so bright and clear with the lanthanum coated lenses, and I've seen the surprised look on so many people's faces when I've let them look through it, and it is so bright and clear. What was that you say? Lanthanum coating? Well, if you look at the periodic table, you'll find it with an atomic number of 57. And from there on, how they use it? Well, it's witchcraft. Well, it may as well be. I didn't do chemistry, I'm afraid. Now, I'm sure you're wanting to hear something negative about this scope. Well, I can think of a couple of things that may upset some people. The first one is the bikini lens cover. Me, I prefer flip-ups, but others do prefer bikini. So, well, you're not going to please everyone with whichever choice they give you. The other point to raise is that you have a lot of glass in this, proper, high quality glass. So that will add to the weight naturally. Now, you could have poor quality lenses and internals, or even fake 34mm internals, all of which would make this lighter. But I'm not a big guy, and I don't find this overly weighty, and even if I did, I would gladly put up with it for the high quality and brightness of this optic. It is such a pleasure to use. Now, at this point, I can think of maybe a third point that would upset some folk: the magnification. It's not big enough. Well, let's just stop that point right in its track, because this 4:16 has a bigger sibling, the 6-24 by 50. Which comes with all the features of the smaller mag version, including the 34mm tube, etc, etc. And the 6-24 is only around £30 more. Unbelievable. Now, it's worth mentioning again that I don't often review scopes unless I think they're worth a review. And when the reviews go live, the stock levels seem to disappear fast. And my experience tells me this is going to be one of those times, I'm afraid. Heck, I've already bought 2, and it probably won't stop there. Yes, you've probably gathered, I like this scope. I just think the whole thing is amazing. Oh, and did I tell you that it's first focal plane too? And comes with a sunshade in the box. I can't help feeling that this price can't last forever. Not with all this lot included. Heck, it's very close to a Continental that would cost you way, way more. That's it. Hopefully you've found this useful. If so, please give us the old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, feel free to share, and don't forget to click the alarm notification bell. A big thank you to Vector Air for getting hold of this for me to review for you. Now, I often get asked about a link to the things I review. Well, there is a link below to the scopes that have been in this review, and don't forget the AAR code if you're interested. Get yourself over to the AAR On Air website for news, information, merchandise, and of course, the amazing competitions that appear from time to time. That's it from me. Please stay safe and shoot safe, and hopefully I'll see you all next time. Bye for now. Now then, where did I put that beer?